I've gotten so tired of these SpongeBob slideshows. They're their own subgenre of brain rot below the brain rot that is scary slideshows in general. And the SpongeBob ones are always more wrong because they're all from the same guy, I think. I think there's one person propping up the SpongeBob scary slideshow market, and whoever that person is, they are dumb. Alright, let's get started with this. There are 30 million dead users on Facebook. At least according to what I could Google, yes-ish? Facebook, for obvious reasons, does not say how many people on their platform are currently corpses, but it's probably near there, at least currently. And here's the one that made me pick this slideshow when I was reviewing through them. 89% of rappers promote Satan. What does that mean? Like, what on earth? I don't even know how to approach this. Are 89% of rappers Satanists? Because I know that isn't true. Is this a guy saying that 89% of raps use satanic imagery? Because I know that some do. If satanic injury is the issue, then you should be going after heavy metal. Oh, spontaneous human combustion, my beloved. SHG is a disease where a human randomly lights on fire with no source of ignition. 1, it's not a disease. 2, it isn't real. Every case of spontaneous human combustion has mostly just been something happened and the person caught on fire. You will not suddenly burn up or ignite into flame. The only thing I can say for sure after researching spontaneous human combustion is while you probably won't combust randomly into fire, drinking lots will definitely make you more flammable. So if you don't want to burn alive at some point for any reason, just don't drink a lot, because drinking alcohol gives you a passive flame debuff. That's it. Cannibalism is actually legal in the UK if you get their consent. No, cannibalism is not legal in the UK. Not at all. No consent required. Either way, you're not allowed to. Now, to give this person the benefit of the doubt, they might be talking about the court case of the Crown versus Dudley and Stevens. This was a court case concerning a shipwreck where the survivors drew lots to see who would eat each other to survive the longest. This court case set the precedent that if you're stranded at sea or in a shipwreck or anything like that, and you eat either a dead person who's also on the boat, or you and another person agree that whoever dies first gets eaten by the other, that's not murder. Because, you know, when you're stranded at sea, a lot of rules go out the window. So to reiterate, you cannot be a cannibal in the UK, but if you're in a shipwreck and you're a UK citizen, they probably will be fine if you and another person agree that whoever dies first will get eaten by the other person. Because that's how shipwrecks work. They suck. Alright, some true crime. On May 9th, 2021, Tristan Bailey hung out with his friend Aiden Fucci, and they went to play hide and seek in the woods. 2 hours later, he was found dead with 28 stab marks. This is my favorite type of TikTok disinfo, because it's technically a true story, but every detail is slightly wrong. Tristan Bailey was murdered by Aiden Fucci, but Tristan Bailey was a girl. On top of that, they were not playing hide and seek in the woods. Aiden had gotten Tristan's phone number from a friend and had convinced Tristan that they should go walk to a mutual friend's house. Along the way, that's when Tristan was killed. There was no hide and seek involved. Also, it wasn't
28 stab wounds.
It was 114. So, overall, yes, the story is a true thing that happened, but just about every detail this person provides about the story is just wrong. This one. Okay. The film, The Human Centipede, is actually based on a true story where a doctor actually wanted a human centipede. Kinda true. The main inspiration for The Human Centipede is reportedly an inside joke that the creator had with a friend. The historical figure who did inspire the evil doctor was Joseph Mengele, you know, a certified piece of human garbage. But there was no evidence of him even conceiving the human centipede, let alone wanting to do it. He did lots of equally horrifying experiments on living people, but he never once thought of the human centipede, so saying it's based on a true story isn't really truthful. If you wanted this slide to be better, you could probably keep it as is, but instead of saying based on a true story, you could say it was inspired by real-world horrifying experiments during World War II. On to a lighter topic that I'm sure will raise everyone's moods. In France, it is legal to marry a dead person. This is true. And you know what? I'm going to go over all the restrictions that you have to meet in order to do this. The process starts with, I kid you not, the person sending the marriage request to the president of France, who then sends it down the chain of command until it reaches a representative for the family of the deceased person. That representative must then provide proof that you and the deceased person were planning on getting married before said person died. The representative will then send the evidence and the original application back to the French president, who then has to personally approve or decline the application. If it is proven that you and the dead person were planning to get married before the person died, you then will get a posthumous marriage, which will apply back to the day before said person died. So, if a person died on January 10th and you get a posthumous marriage in France, legally you will had started being married on January 9th, the day before the person died. Now, according to at least Wikipedia, the reason why you would do a posthumous marriage is because doing so will legitimize children. So if you're a woman and then your fiance dies and you're pregnant, you get a posthumous marriage, it makes the child a legitimate child of your marriage and not just a child born out of wedlock. And I'm assuming that comes with, social benefits for the child specifically. Now, once you get a posthumous marriage, you still become a widow or a widower. The marriage, it's less that you're married to a dead person actively and more that you made it legal that you and the dead person were married when that person was alive. You're not actively married. At least most of the time. I'm sure there are exceptions. A whip made of human spines was found in an abandoned house in Wyoming. No. This is a popular internet myth that circulated around Reddit a few years ago. There is no merit to this claim. It is not real. Congratulations, you're 6 years behind on Reddit creepypastas. Wow. Now it's time for a second slideshow. If you've made it this far, can you leave a comment letting me know if you want my videos to be longer or shorter? I'm trying to mess around with that, hence why I'm adding a second slideshow onto here. Would rather videos be 10 minutes or less, or 10 to 20 minutes long? I just want to know what the best length is for you guys. Also, since I have you here right now, like and subscribe. That's right, I'm not above begging. Okay, onward to the next slideshow. This next one is not a SpongeBob slideshow, but your much more typical scary images with random facts slideshow. I do not have high hopes, but then again, the last slideshow had a guy get every single fact of a real murder case wrong somehow. This is the last picture taken before the two boys went missing. Well, quick Google reverse image search, and this isn't real. This is just one of those classic creepy pictures that's made the rounds on all the ghost forums in like the early 2000s, and now it's just worked its way up to TikTok. This picture is stolen from Reddit. Here's the original post from r/WTF. Up on screen is the username of the original uploader. And thankfully, the comments kind of solved this for me. So this is real. This was found in a toilet. And then some of the comments pointed out what specifically the head is. It's the Dawn of the Dead dropping head decoration from Gemi. It came out in 2008. Here's a little snippet of a video showing it. This honestly is actually a really good decoration. I'm going to do full disclosure ahead of time. This one is real, and the picture is of an actual corpse. So I've done you the favor of blacking out everything except the caption. This is not a true crime channel, and honestly reading about this was a massive downer. If you're at all interested in this image or its source, look up Anatoly Moskvin. He's a crazy Russian guy. POV, you're a fish. True? I've seen this one make the rounds. I guess there's a lot of people that think penguin beaks are scary. I'm not one of them, but this isn't really debunking anything. It's just a matter of opinion. I just think penguins are cute little guys. One of the last images found on a deserted camera. I'm gonna go with no. I did a little digging. The first instance of this image I can find online is from Know Your Meme, all the way back in 2013. I'm assuming it comes from before then, just none of the reverse image search engines can find anything. My general rule of thumb is, if I can't find an original source, and the first time it shows up is a meme, it probably isn't real. Because if it was real, that there was a person who disappeared, and the last picture on their camera was a creepy clown, I think you would see a lot more about it than just a few memes in 2013. It would have been sensationalized to hell and back. One creepy doll. Okay, this is a real doll. All it took was one reverse image search and a trip to the Wayback Machine, and I found it's from a display from the Nebraska State Historical Society in 2006. Here are some of the dolls that are on display, as you can see. They all look a little creepy, but that's just how it is. So this doll, that said number 46, had 2 faces, and that's why it looks so weird in the mirror. So yeah, this is true. The doll is creepy. Well, I guess that's subjective, but you know what I mean. The film The Nun took inspiration from the possession of this woman. This is the real-life nun. No! The nun did not take inspiration from any real-world possessions. This is literally just a color-shifted image. If you find the original, you can just see it's a picture of a nun and 2 friends, and the nun just had some unfortunate lighting that made her eyes glow. She's not possessed. There never was a possessed nun that inspired the movie The Nun. That's a lot of nuns. Okay, next one. So I don't think I need any proof to tell you this picture isn't real. It's just a picture of what looks to be Slender Man or AI Slender Man. I don't know. I am 90% sure the last 3 pictures in the slideshow are all AI. Why? Because none of them exist anywhere else on the internet. They were probably made just for this slideshow by some wonderful AI artist who typed in scary hallway. That's it for this one. I promise my upload schedule will get better eventually. I don't have an excuse besides this isn't my job, so shut up. See you next time.